and I do go to the thing, nobody
Yeah,
can hear
maybe.
echoes. I was busy listening to entertainment this morning.
Let me get on the maybe. Are we live? Are we live? Yes.
I said so.
Okay. I'm in the chat. Okay.
In the charts.
Hello, if you are here, it's nice to have you. Like, subscribe, and all of that stuff. Tell people about us. Here's the thing. It's annoying as hell when people get on here. It's like and subscribe and all the things and blah 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 blah. I know it sucks, but the thing is, we don't pay for advertisement, so we kind of have to beg y'all to do this shit
Yeah, we do.
because we hate social media. So unless you're telling people about us, nobody's being told about us. So do you like us or not? No, I'm kidding. Um, Anywho, today we are talking about whether we should substitute things or not when we are doing workings or rituals and all of that stuff.
Yes.
And as usual, we have thoughts and opinions.
Oh no, not the thoughts and the opinions.
So, do you want to start?
Ugh. Let's see. Actually, this topic is really cool because I've seen like a perfect one because that's another uh uh um annoyance of this week on social media when I've been on social media is the well, you can substitute this for this, this, and that, but there's just some things I physically think you cannot and should not substitute
And then there's
because
me, who believes you shouldn't substitute anything at all, ever.
yes, I mean, because
We're
come
all
on,
different here. We're all different here.
like if I
I do
know
want to say real quick, I do want to say that I don't think it's wrong to. I just personally will not. And here's why. Well, I have a reason why. The reason why I personally don't substitute is because before I do a working, one, most of my workings are kind of cookie cutter with the base ingredients that I use. Of course, there's going to be a candle involved. It's, you know what I mean, like things like that. So I always have it. I feel like there's certain things that if I don't have it, that working can't go because when I'm planning the working, I'm planning it with things that I assume I have on hand. And if I
yes,
don't have it, I either have to replan it from the very beginning, like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm not doing it that way, or it's not happening because if I'm missing a vital, like if I'm missing the candle, because I do use specific candles for
yeah.
specific things, if I'm missing the candle, oh, that working ain't happening.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have we actually scrapped a working because one of us or both of us didn't have exactly what we needed and wanted
Y'all,
to use?
yes, a lot.
We've
In
done
fact,
that.
I am the reason that the community service has been on hold. It's because there's four things that I need that I don't have right now. And I'm working on getting it, but there's been a lot going on lately. But
A lot.
as soon as I have like one whole day and a few extra bucks, I promise it'll be back in motion. But that's just how I am as a practitioner. I take what I think I need very seriously. Um, and to me, there is no substitute for anything. If I deem it necessary for a working, I cannot switch that up.
Oh, yeah, dude. Because I mean, there are certain workings that I have perfected and worked on along the years. And if I don't have specific things, like, don't laugh at me, but like one of the things I have to keep on hand always, especially for um prosperity and money workings is jasmine rice. If I do not have jasmine rice, that's just not getting done until I get it. Sorry. Like if I don't have that specific, like not just any rice, it has to be a specific rice. And like there's just things that you just can't. And like even though there are things that I could, I won't. And I refuse to, especially things that I have built and worked on and perfected and wrote down that this is how it's going to be done and that's it. And then you have all these people like, well, you got to work with what you've got. Yeah, I get
It
that.
depends. To me, it depends on the severity of what you need. Because if it's not severe, like, oh my gosh, I have to do this working right now, which to be fair, if you're a practitioner and you've allowed your life to get out of control, that's a little bit on you. Um, do the work and the workings to get your life stable before you go doing things for anybody else.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
dude.
so I honestly think also another thing is time. If the timing isn't right, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And again, if obviously if things are dire, like I need it done right now, um, I'm just gonna plan it in the moment with what I do have on hand. It's really, to me, it's really not ever been an issue
No,
to where I'm like, oh shit, I said we need to do this, but I don't have it. Because when I'm planning it, I'm looking at what I have.
exactly. Like you're looking at what you've got. Like even before we even start anything and like we're like, okay, I'm gonna do this. The first thing most of us usually do is go into our stashes and see what we have that we're gonna work with. But if there's that specific thing that you like use all the time and you run out of and you can't and won't do it, then there's no reason to substitute when that's already your go-to and your foundation. I mean, like your candles, like I'm not gonna do a working if you don't have like a together thing or something. If you don't have what makes you comfortable and makes you work properly. That's just how I feel about that.
You know what? There was one time I planned out some shit super in depth and didn't have all the ingredients to it. But again, it ended up holding things up. Like I didn't have marigolds. She had to send me marigolds for the community service. So I lied. There was actually 5 things I didn't have.
I've always got
But
marigolds.
but but it's getting handled. I'm working on it. But honestly, this is how it goes with me. I would rather cancel a working than all of a sudden try to change what I had planned, because the way I plan things is for it to be most likely to hit 100%, right? Like exactly
Yeah.
what I want. And so while I'm planning it, I'm taking that into consideration. And then if I change it up, I honestly think this is where I think most of this trouble comes from is when people are getting spells or workings or rituals online that have a list of ingredients and they're like, oh, well, I have this and this and this, but I don't have this. That's what happens when you don't plan your own shit.
Yeah, dude.
Plan your own shit.
Like I'm gonna date myself, completely date myself because I don't think a lot of people remember this website or ever heard of it because it was like one of the original witchy websites back in like 1998, 1999. And what do you call it? It was called it was called OpenSesame.com.
How
And
tacky. What a tacky name.
yes, it was called Open Sesame. And like when I was first starting out, like I would go on there and like it would have all the ingredients, how to use it, like where to get it. And like the only shitty thing was at the bottom is like it would tell you you cannot substitute this, this, and that. Or it'll give you a whole list of you substitute this with this. But a lot of times, like it had like a whole laundry list of what you could substitute things for, and it's like, okay, so this is just like mix match and do whatever you want. This was not a whole thing. So like you're either gonna get that set in stone don't substitute, or you're gonna get literally a whole scroll of what you could substitute. Like it was just funny because like I remember the first thing I ever printed out was like a set in stone thing. And I had everything except for like rue because my grandma never had rue in the kitchen. And I forgot, like actual cinnamon bark, like bark bark. I was like,
Mhm.
well, I don't know where the hell to get that. So yeah. So I just like left it in my binder.
But yeah, that is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. When you go online and somebody else has formulated something in their mind, they know what can be swapped out, what can't, based on what they were thinking when they came up with it, or based on what their lineage tells them they should be doing. Because sometimes it's just, oh, this is what my path says to do. And if that's the case, then yeah, maybe one, you shouldn't be making substitutions at all. And two, do what it says. But if you don't, like, I don't walk a traditional path.
No.
For me, like, it comes from a specific tradition, but that tradition isn't a you have to do this way type situation. It's just
Nope.
kind of, hey, these are the things we loosely use and take advantage of. Everything from Catholicism, it borrows from voodoo. um there's a lot going on down south. So
A lot.
yeah, there's a lot going on down there, and all of my family, both sides, are from down south. So we're talking like Mexican culture and then like white trash mountain folk culture. Um, and it all intertwines down there. It gets real messy. And I know some people like to be like, oh, this is traditionally from this path and this is traditionally from there. But honey, people been sharing these traditions for generations. That's why you'll see things overlapping in places that you're like, wait, how did that happen? And it's sometimes it's just so much is like this old lady knew this old lady and they just happened to share some information. Or it was your neighbor or something like that. So traditions got shared, and that's how
Yeah.
they moved around. But that's kind of how I feel about it, is if you're going to follow that set in stone tradition, you need to do what it says to do. But if you're not, then you need to learn how to create your own, so that you aren't like, oh crap, I don't have this, because you have it because you planned for what you have on hand.
Yeah, dude. And you, like you just said, like you have a timing thing. You have to look in your astrological book and stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
Like, so
sometimes. Well, it
that's
depends. Sometimes it is astrological timing. And if I miss my window, I will not do the working because
no,
it was planned
exactly.
around that. And I will have to. Astrological magic is its own thing. It's a very stringent path. You have to do things the way it says. And some of those things I'm just not willing to do. So for
No.
the most part, plus some of those ingredients, I'm like, bitch, it's 2026. I don't know where to get that. So like sometimes they want like gallstones from goats, or
Yeah, I'm just
you
gonna
know
run to the
organ
farmer.
yeah, organ parts for humans and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to go to prison. So
We good. Hard pass.
so when it comes to astrology, it's mostly timing for me. I just look for like astrological opportunity points, and then I go from there instead of doing
Yeah.
actual astrological magic. And there is a difference. And if you're interested in astrological magic, make sure you have plenty of time and plenty of resources, because it's expensive. It requires gold, precious metals, precious stones, along with the timing and working with different deities. It's insane. But if you are interested, I recommend the Picatrix. It's a good place to start.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, I know you have your astrological thing. There's certain people who have certain actual dates, like dates or days of the week and stuff. And if you're planning
Yes.
that, you have time to get your stuff together, you know, to be specific, not to be rushing around literally 5 minutes before the clock that you need the clock window opens and stuff. So I mean, yes, I get it. A lot of people have to substitute because you can't get it right away and stuff. But like you said, you have time, especially if you do these windows of days, dates, and astrology. Because girl, there's been times when you've been planning a working out for a month. Like we
Yeah.
planned it out a month in advance.
But also
So
there's different ways to time it, where sometimes it's not that far out. You, because it depends on what planet you're working with. Some of them are slow moving planets, so it's going to be in the same position for a long time. Others change by the hour or the minute.
Yeah, because
So
there's been
it
times.
really heavily depends, and it also depends on whether you're using planetary magic or if you're just trying to work with like the phases of the moon. It's very different.
Yeah, because like I know there's been times that you're all like, well, hold on, we need like let's do this, but let me check my book. And you've come back, oh shit, we've got like 3 hours. Okay.
Yeah, there's been times where we were going to do something in a few days, and I was like, it would be better if we did it tonight.
Hmm.
Or there were times where we wanted to do things that night, and I was like, we could do it right now, or if we do it in 3 4 days, it'll be way more powerful.
Yeah, exactly. So like we've had the last minute pinches, like we have, and it's funny, but we also are always prepared for the stuff that we need all the time. Like that's just
See,
not.
that usually my astrological timing thing usually comes into play when I am working with other people, because my thing is I feel like everybody should bring their strong suit to the table when you are working together. So for example, me and you, if we're doing something, I'm probably going to bring something astrology related, like timing or working with a certain planet's energy. Whereas you're going to be like, okay, well, this is the herbs we should use, or the stones we should use, or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And there was at one point somebody who would be like, well, this is the kind of oil we should use, or whatever. Um, and it worked really well
Yeah.
doing that. So that's just kind of what I stuck with. So now what if I ever have to do a working with somebody, just understand I'm going to be like, hey, this is the time we should do it.
This
And if
we're
that doesn't
very
work for you,
thorough.
well, also if that doesn't work for you, I probably just won't work with you,
Yeah.
because that's just how I work. Um, but
Mm.
with that, I also will, that is one of the few things that I can substitute pretty easily, is the time. But let me preface that by saying it's because I did the work to make my life where I want it. So
It-
I'm not worried about doing the finance working today because my bills are paid. You know what I mean? Things like that,
yeah.
where I've already done the work to get my life where I want it. So now I can take my time, feed my workings, do my rituals, just kind of coast. And if other people need my help, then I can formulate something quicker for them. But when it comes to me, I'm good.
Exactly, dude. And like that's just how it rolls. Like if you've got I mean, like you said a little while ago, if your life has gotten that chaotic to where you need to literally pull something out your ass in like 5 minutes and you're rushing and worrying about this, and that, then I don't know. Then you shouldn't.
Here's, well, I don't want it to sound like we're shitting on people whose
No,
life is a little chaotic right now. That's not what I mean.
everybody's is.
I'm talking about the people whose life is perpetually fucked up. I
Yeah,
don't understand how you can end up there as a practitioner, because all you have to do is the workings and the work behind the workings, and have, I don't understand it personally, because my life has been crazy in the past, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all even remember it, but it was temporary, and my life continues to get better because the workings I do and the feedings I do thereafter are legit. I guess that's the end of it, is I'm starting to feel like some people are just cosplaying because they can't seem to get nothing right. You're doing workings every single freaking day, but
yeah,
your life is in turmoil, like utter turmoil. um you can't find love, and your finances are never straight, you can't pay your bills, you're never happy with your friends or your family, and I'm just like, you can't find peace at all. What are these workings you're doing?
zero.
What are they doing? What are all these workings for if it's not getting your life together?
Exactly, dude. Like the foundation you're laying is not laying right. It's not. It's got lots of cracks or not even setting. That's so like I don't get it either. Like, because I mean, like for those that do remember, like you worked really hard to get where you're at.
Yeah,
Really hard.
and I had to sacrifice a lot. That's another thing too.
Hmm.
I feel like the amount of success you have is directly related to how much you're willing to sacrifice. Um, And to be fair, that's going to be different for everybody. Some people are
Yeah.
like, I'm not sacrificing it that much, and that's fine. I have my limits too, for real. I'm not trying to be like superstar
Mm-mm.
level celebrity, because the level of sacrifice you have to do for that kind of stuff is life changing, quite literally. And
Yeah. It's just
yeah, so
know your limits of sacrificing.
yeah. Because that is something you also cannot change. Once you've made the sacrifice, it's made. You cannot undo things. Um, sorry, people keep walking by my window. I'm in a different room that I normally stream from. So I keep seeing people walking by and it feels weird.
Right?
But um, but no. So just know that once you put time and energy into something, one, that's already its own kind of sacrifice. And then from there, you can decide whether or not to do more or less. But that's something that once you put it out there, you can't take that back. You
Nope.
can't get, like, once you spend the energy, it's gone. So my thing is, I would probably suggest thinking about what you're doing if nothing you're doing is working.
Yeah.
If you are looking for love, for example, this is just an example because it's something a lot of people do. They want to find love. And let's say you've been doing this for like 2 or 3 years now, and you've been doing workings consistently, maybe at least once a week, maybe every day, whatever you feel the need to do. One, you're putting a ton of energy out there if it is every day. Even if it's once a week, that's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot of love workings. And it's not working, right? You're not having dates, you're not even meeting people, like nothing is happening. And even if you're doing your part, like getting out and being active, and it's not working right, um, maybe you should evaluate your workings. Maybe you're not who you think you are, or maybe you're not sacrificing enough, or you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. You're not set straight on it. Like clear. Like you're not being clear, so it's not hitting. Because, you have to be clear on what you want and what you need. And if you're not being,
And this is going to get some hate from some people, but that's fine. I also feel like no matter how sincere you are, no matter how much energy you put into it, if it's not for you, it's not
it's not
for you. And
exactly.
I feel like, that's just something you're going to have to come to terms with.
Yeah,
There's gifts and stuff that I would have loved to have been given, and I don't have them. It's unfortunate, but
Mhm.
once you realize that that's not for you, um, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, there's other things, and just being able to do the energy manipulation that we do is its own gift. And if that's not enough for you, I feel like, one, you're ungrateful, and two, you're probably going to have to suffer for being greedy.
Right. For reals though. Like, don't be greedy. Don't be, you know, an asshole. Like, I don't know how else to say it without, you know, being semi-rude.
Hmm. I mean, for me, it's not about being rude, it's about being honest. I feel like, again, so many people are just cosplaying, and or they think it sounds fun, so they just want to go through the motions, which cool. I mean, if that's what you're doing and you have the money to like fuck off, then do
Mm,
that. But I personally take my finances seriously, and
yeah.
therefore I don't play with my money.
Mm-mm.
So
Or house or any of that kind of crap.
yeah, I don't play with none of it. So if I were doing workings every week and nothing's ever getting better, I would probably eventually stop or go to somebody else.
Yeah, go have someone who is experienced in it to do it.
But also, don't come to somebody, because I've had this happen. Don't come to somebody, have them do a working for you, and meanwhile, you're just actively doing everything you can to make sure that that does not hit. Because that's the kind of stuff that, like, to hell with a working. At this point, I want to put hands on you. like a good
Right.
old fashioned mundane ass whooping. I'm not trying to put you in a jar. I'm not trying to teach you any kind of slow paced lessons. I'm trying to let you know right now, stop playing with me because um, it's just unnecessary. But I had somebody come to me and they wanted their relationship to work. And so I tried to help them with that between readings and workings. And I was just like, hey, look, you're the problem, and they did not want to hear it. And I was just like, nah, you're the problem. I'm telling you, you're the problem. Not only do my readings keep telling you you're the problem, I keep telling you you're the problem because I know you, I know the other person, and I know the situation. And girl, you're the fucking problem. So, you
That's
know,
that arrogant, I am not the
don't
problem moment.
don't do that. Don't do that either, because I'll fuck around and do a different kind of working for you for free though. I won't even charge you for it.
I mean, come on. When the cards are pointed
How's that?
like,
How's that for a substitution? You want to love working? I'm gonna put your ass in the freezer.
oh, dude, like, sorry, but for reals, like, you can't sit there and have everything point to you, the problem, and say I'm not the problem.
And see, that's the thing is I'm the wrong worker to come to if you want honesty. If you want somebody that's just going to do whatever you want, go to one of them shady workers that's going to charge you $200 for a candle. That's fine. I
Hmm.
rarely even charge people for workings. I mean, I do, but it's usually not very much.
Oh,
It's usually enough to cover costs. And yeah,
ah,
that
dude.
that's a substitution for you because I will do something else entirely. So
Oh, I'll give you a whole ass life plan of, okay, this is what's happening, this is what you need to do, what you not can't do. I'll put you on a diet. I'll put you on a whole ass thing.
I'll just let you learn some lessons on your own. But I've had two different scenarios where one person was trying to get out of a relationship and one person was trying to save the relationship. And both times, the person that came to me ended up being the problem. And I was just like, I do not have time for this. Like, because of course nobody wants to hear that they're the problem. But at some
No.
point, but one of the people, I think they were older than me. And I was just like, at some point, you have to like mature and grow up and understand that sometimes the information you're going to get isn't the information you wanted to get. And sometimes you are, in fact, the problem. And like I said, both times these people were the problem. And both times they ended up trying to make me be the problem. And I was just like, look, honey, you don't want these problems metaphysically or physically. So how about if you stop? Both times it ended up ending my relationship with these people because they crossed lines.
Yeah, I think those of us who do readings for other people all have that one client or slash friend
No,
who,
not anymore. Hey, and
yeah.
my advice to readers out there, I don't care what kind of reader you are. You could be an astrologer, you could be a tarot reader, you could read eyeballs. I don't care. Whatever it is that you do that reads for people, right? If somebody is coming to you with the same question and you're giving them the same information and they just will not let them go. The money is not worth it.
No, dude, like I've stopped. Like I have a friend, she's a childhood friend, and it's always the same thing, just in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Like the answer is always the same, just different way of pointing it out. And she's still that person who, like, you tell her not to touch the fucking stove, she's out there touching the stove every time. So, like, I love her. And I just told her, like, look, I love you, girl, but I cannot do these kind of readings for you no more because it seems that you ain't taking the advice. I
And
love you.
see, not to toot my own horn, but on the other hand, I've had a couple people who did listen to me. Oh yeah, and Miss Brandy Boo here, she knows one because she actually sent him my way,
They're one of
and
my best
he
friends.
yeah, and he invested. He listened to what I said when he had questions, like to clarify. I would clarify, and he listened. He stopped
Yeah,
talking to the he wasn't the problem.
no,
Um, he wasn't
never
the
has
problem.
been.
he stopped talking to the person that I said was the problem. And now he's happy and married and the whole shit. So
Mm,
maybe if you're going to go to a reader, listen to them, please.
absolutely.
Again, stop playing with your money. If you're going to readers and you're just like, here's $20, do a reading, here's $50, do a reading, and then you don't listen to them and then you go to somebody else and do that again, that's just playing with your money and that's stupid. So
Yeah.
maybe don't do that.
Also, don't be a card hopper. We've had to deal with people a couple people like that where
That was the same person. I'm gonna let you know right now. That was the same person that I had a problem with. That ended up, I ended up not being cool with them anymore because not only were they coming to me, even though I had told them several times, like, "Bitch, you're the fucking problem." They were going to Brandy too, and I was just like,
and charisma.
once you card hop with me, I get pissed. But if I find out you're doing it with my friend or several of my friends, like you're card hopping amongst the same group of people as if we won't tell each other,
Yeah.
um, I was just like, bitch, you're wild. So now you don't get no readings.
Yeah. I don't
And I
do
even told everybody else, I was like, hey, don't do readings for her.
yeah, dude.
And
Mm-mm.
my friends actually listen to me because I give good advice.
Yeah, dude, because like
If
I'm
I'm like, hey,
sorry.
this person, if I'm like, hey, this person's a problem, even if they don't believe me at first, they'll eventually see. I'm an excellent judge of character, and I can always tell when shit's starting to go left. I typically stop liking people far before other people will, and I always get called a hater and shit at first,
No.
and then all of a sudden it'll happen, and they'll get to see this person for who I knew they are, and yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind of
dude.
great. I actually like watching it happen, not because I want to see anybody suffer, but because I just like knowing that I'm correct.
Well, like the fact that like, you know, this person came to like message me, like we get on a video call, we do the thing, and then like literally after like I'm done, they're like, "Oh, that's the same thing that, Angel's card said." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And I
Mm,
literally text you in the middle of that conversation, "Hey, did did you just do a reading for this person?" And you're like, "Yeah, like 3 hours ago. Why?" I'm like,
yeah, that shit
I
makes
don't
me
like
hella
that.
mad. Yeah, I instantly get hella mad because I don't know.
First
One,
of all,
I'm not going to a reader that I can't trust. If I don't trust you, I'm not going to pay you for a reading. So I
yeah,
don't know. To me, all of that's just crazy.
for me, it's like, okay, if you're coming to that person first and foremost, like that person, that's your first person on your list that comes to your mind to do that reading, stick with that person because when you turn around and go to someone else and then you find out and you know that other card reader and you let them know, I'm sorry, it kind of makes me feel like a bad card reader because like when I'm getting told, like, when I'm the second person down the line and then goes to another person and that person reading the cards tells me, hey, I just did a reading for this person. It's like, do you not what are you doing? Are you trying to like make me feel like a bad person? Like, I don't know my
Exactly.
shit. Like, I don't know my
Exactly.
shit. Or you just want to like do a best 2 out of 3 reading. See.
Right. And that's another thing that pisses me off about it is if you come to me for a reading and then go to somebody else, I'm like, oh, so I guess my reading wasn't good enough or you didn't believe me or
Yes.
whatever the case is. And I'm just like, I'm not doing another reading for you
Mm-mm.
because I don't know. To me, that's just trashy behavior. To me, I grew up not chair hopping from like salons or nail
Yeah.
salons or whatever. And I just feel like it's kind of the same no matter what.
Yeah. It's like different industries, same principle. Like just because like you find somebody that you trust and you like, you stay with them, especially like you said, hair salons, nail salons. I think
Yeah, because if you play with nail salons, it'll take you 2 years to get your toenail back to normal.
right? Yeah, because like
Sorry, this lady, real quick, I just have to bitch real quick
your
about
poor
some
toe.
mundane shit. This bitch drilled the fuck out of my big toenail, and it's been over a year. It's been a year. No, it hasn't been 2 years. It's been a year and some
Almost.
months. It's like been a year and like a few months. And yeah, this lady a year and a half ago basically drilled my toenails so much that like it's so much thinner from like half of it to the end than it is like where it's growing out, but it's growing out super slow. It's pissing me off.
It's taking its sweet ass time.
Do not let people over drill your toes. It was all bad. And now I'm like never again.
And this will be the second summer of flip-flop season that your toe looks weird.
Yeah. Well, it's finally grown out to the point where I can get an extension for it. So I guess I have to do that this year because hopefully it'll look normal next year. But 2 whole summers having to hide my feet is crazy because I'm a flip-flop sandal slides
Exactly.
girl. I hate closed-toed shoes.
Oh, good times. See? Chair hopping. Don't chair hop on card readers, hair salons, and nail salons.
Man, because nail salons will have you fucking sad. I'm so sad. It's been
Dude,
two. This will, and the other thing too is this summer is my 10-year anniversary. So I was trying to be all dressed cute with my sandals and everything. So hopefully the extension will look good. It should be here before the first. I had to order it I had to get it custom made from an acrylic artist.
when you have weird toenails and fingernails, you have to have shit custom made, guys.
Yeah,
Because
it's hella
that's how
stupid.
that's how we roll.
Don't
We,
chair hop. I promise you, you will regret it. It ended up costing me $70. So please don't do that. Or you're gonna have to pay $70 to have normal looking toes. Don't do it.
yeah. See, that's what happens. And if you're
Uh,
not careful with card readers that are witches, you're screwed later on either way.
hey, bad advice will really fuck your shit up.
Yep, absolutely. So,
You gotta go to somebody who's got a track record of good advice because I have seen people get some horrific advice. Like they told you to do what? Like if somebody's telling you to quit your job before you have a job lined up, shit like that, it's just like, oh, they're not treating you right. You should quit that job. You should quit that job when you find a new one.
when
The
you've
job,
secured one,
yeah, because the job market right now is ass. So anybody who's just telling you to up and quit your job, like I get it. Some jobs suck and it's really not worth the mental trouble and all of that. I get it. But telling you to do that with nothing lined up and you got bills, especially if you got kids, that's just bad advice. So
yeah, dude.
keep that in mind when you go to somebody who just tells you what you want to hear. Because some people want to hear, some people are like, I want to quit my job. Should I? I mean, maybe, but maybe not until you have another one lined up, especially if you got 2, 3 kids and they all depend on you. And I'm just like, why would you want to be told that?
Yeah, no, dude. Like, actually, the whole card reading is like one of the reason purposes and helped me becoming a life coach years ago was because I would sit there and have like a whole life coach therapy session with people when I got their readings. So like I utilize both, which is I guess kind of weird in a life coach situation, but like I would sit there like I've had several people who were like that, like I'm gonna quit my job and go to this one. I was like, time out. How about we
Did you
keep
get
this?
it first?
Yeah, like can we keep this one so you can keep the lights on and food in your fridge beforehand? Because, you know, especially like you said now, like I have several friends who, they were laid off or fired, and it's been like a few good weeks and they still haven't found jobs in their field that's over, so many jobs, but they're bringing in like newly experienced people from out of town and stuff instead of highly experienced people. Or like an in-law of mine who literally got blindsided this week and is not being brought back to the school that they were working at. So like literally just like, oh, we're not rehiring you this year, and an hour after that their jobs posted on freaking the job market listings. Like,
Mhm.
so you don't know what's gonna happen. So
I think
Keep
the
that.
internet has made people feel like they're irreplaceable, like they're one in a million and da 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 da. Da. And I'm sure to your family you are, but to regular people, you're super replaceable. And I don't, I'm not saying that to be mean.
No,
I
it's
mean it about
true.
myself and you and everybody else that I love. But for normal people, you're replaceable.
Yeah,
You don't have to be their one and only. You could be their ex. They don't care because there's other people out there. So keep that in mind.
there are plenty fish in the sea moments.
Oh, but real quick, since we're talking about replacements, this isn't so much a replacement, but another option. And it was brought up in our Discord, which is if you've been doing like all your cleansing rituals or cleansing workings, whatever you're doing, um, and it's not working, what do you do? Well, I just want to mention this because I don't
Yeah,
hear it mentioned very often. Because I hear that like the end all be all of it all is sage, right? Everybody's like, oh, as long as you sage it, that's spiritual bleach and that'll get rid of it. And for the most part,
yeah.
I've never come across anything. Actually, that's a lie. I did come across something that couldn't be got out with sage, but I ended up not having to get rid of it at all because it ended up being a friendly entity. But
Yeah.
I was like, oops, didn't mean to try to banish you for the last 3 weeks. Um,
Oh,
oopsie poopsies. Um, my bad. But no, if you're doing all of that and it's not working, try camphor. Camphor is really potent. Make sure you air it out. Maybe be outside while it's burning,
yeah.
but because that shit'll fuck you up.
Dude, yes. Mm-mm.
Do like yeah, like set that shit on fire and go ahead and get on out. And
You know those bug
but
bombs that we used in the 90s? Pretend it's that. Pop it and
right,
go.
yeah, just go. Um, and then let it burn, let it air out because that is one thing that I'm like, if it survives that, I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't.
We absolutely don't know because
Call the priest. I don't know. I don't know
this
what
is
to
when you
tell
need
you.
to call the Catholic diocese and ask for a priest to come in.
Yeah, I would call the priest and somebody from Hollywood and be like, "Hey, I need y'all to come check out my house.
Oh,
I think y'all should cut me a check." And then when they cut you your Hollywood check, you just move and there you go. You banished it.
there you go.
And you
Keep
got
that.
some money out the deal. See, I give great life advice. No, I'm kidding.
This is
Because
fun.
everybody could just call up a Hollywood exec. Anyways, I'm done. I think we should wrap it up because we're just being ridiculous now.
Now we nonsense. Oh,
So yeah, if you can't cleanse your house, just call Hollywood. They'll handle it for you. It's fine. It's fine. You'll be
isn't,
fine.
isn't that how that works these days, anyways?
All right, y'all. Like, subscribe, follow our Patreon. You don't have to pay, but paid gets you more shit. So
Yeah, and you can join the Discord chat that we've got.
yeah, because that's where we can actually give each other advice kind of quickly. Sorry, Fearless, it did take me a while, but
See, I had no clue, but you popped in. And I was like, I didn't think about that. Cool beans.
all
So,
right, y'all.